Hello, everybody. This is Ryan with Astrology by Ryan. Provided that we don't have any big snafus with Mercury retrograde, this video should be published towards the end of the day on August 8th, 2024. This day is popularly called the Lion's Gate. That's what this video is going to be about. Let's go ahead and get started. The Lion's Gate is said to fall on August 8th of every year. This year, in 2024, we kind of have a numerological 888 because 2 plus 2 plus 4 is equal to 8. So it's a big year this year. Astrologers will every year come out and say, oh, there's nothing about this astrologically. And just like other holidays that have calendar date tied to the Gregorian calendar, it's true. We can't really base anything astrologically on that date. It is a very numerologically oriented experience or date that we're looking at. And it's really a lot, people talk about manifestation and using this as a tool and a time to manifest our desires and to bring the energy of manifestation. And we don't really hear a lot about it, that kind of stuff in astrology. That's not really something that astrologers tune into. Astrologers are all about the configurations and aspects of planets and where the transit's going and what's happening from an exact degree-based opposition or conjunction or square. But I did want to kind of tap into this theme a little bit because there actually is a astrological parallel and perhaps even could be the seed from which the Lion's Gate concept or idea or celebration, whatever you want to call it, began. And this brings back to the Thema Mundi in astrology. On August 8th, the sun is about halfway between the beginning and end of Leo in the tropical zodiac. And this ties back to the sun's theoretical placement in the Thema Mundi, which is known as the birth chart of the world or the birth chart of the cosmos. It's the model of the universe or the model of the birth chart of the universe, which places the sun in Leo and the moon in Cancer and all the other planets in their domicile. The moon in the Thema Mundi is in Cancer. And if you were to reference Demetra George's work in her 2-volume Hellenistic astrology work that she has published recently, in volume 1, I think it's around page 171, you'll read a little bit about the Thema Mundi and its origins. And in that book, she talks about the Thema Mundi having the origins when the Nile was rising, which happened to occur when the star Sirius experienced its heliacal rising, which is when a star is able to be seen in the morning after before the sun rises. So the sun is the star or planet is ahead of the sun, zodiacally speaking, and is rising above the horizon, and you're able to see that because the sun is far enough away from it that the sun's light doesn't drown the star out. So Sirius experiences this heliacal rising, and then the moon comes into Cancer, the sun is in Leo, and bam, the Nile floods and life resumes in Egypt. This is the tie into the Thema Mundi. So it's a very astrologically oriented experience, and we can think of the rise of the Nile as, and the origin, the birth of the universe, as a very manifestation oriented energy. It's really bringing a lot of life and energy into the world, and it's about growing and about new and about generation and creation. And that's what this whole period of the Nile coming in Egypt was about, and the origins and birth chart of the universe is about. So it's an interesting configuration. This year, in Berkeley, every location is going to have different in terms of the ascendant. But this year in Berkeley, on August 2nd, around 3 a.m., the ascendant moved into Cancer. And at that time, the moon was tightly configured to Sirius, almost in a perfect conjunction. It was within 2.5 degrees from Sirius, the moon, in the middle of Cancer with the star Sirius. And the sun was at 10 or 11 degrees of Leo, almost about halfway through Leo. So if we think about the astrological configuration that corresponds to the more Aquarian or New Age idea around Lionsgate, which is tied to the numerology of August 8th, the astrological phenomenon takes place, or took place this year on August 2nd, and it aligns with when the ascendant is in Cancer, the moon is in Cancer, and the sun is in Leo, and that gives us the same configuration that the sun and the moon and the ascendant had in the Thema Mundi, which is where we get the origin of the domiciles of the traditional 7 planets. So go ahead and take a read of the article that I published on my blog as well. You'll see the link in the description below. And again, I hope this gets published on time. I wanted it to get published at the end of the day, so it didn't kind of like, I wasn't trying to like conflict with people's ideas of how they might be manifesting their energy into the world. So please continue to do that. But I did want to kind of get it out there on the August 8th. So hopefully if Mercury is not being too vindictive in their retrograde cycle this time, this video will get published out towards the end of August 8th. Looking forward to connecting with y'all again next time. Until then, keep your eye on the sky and make a wish upon a star.